On the 14th of July 1789, angry crowds roamed the streets of Paris. The focus of their anger was the Bastille, the most feared of the king's prisons.
When I gave the word, now in the morning I sleep alone, sweep the streets I used to own. I used to roll the dice, feel the fear in my enemy's eyes. Listen as the crowd would sing. Now the old king is dead, long live the king. One minute I held the key, next the walls were closed on me, and I discovered that my castle stand upon pillars of salt and pillars of sand. I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, once you've gone it was never an honest word. And that was when I ruled the world. It was the wicked and wild wind, blew down the doors to let me in, shattered windows and the sound of drums. People couldn't believe what I'd become. Revolutionaries wait for my head on a silver plate, just a puppet on a lonely string. Oh, who would ever want to be king? I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, I know St. Peter won't call my name, never an honest word. But that was when I ruled the world. Hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, I know St. Peter won't call my name, never an honest word. But that was when I ruled the world.
The crowd set off in search of ammunition. There was only one place in Paris where they could find powder by the barrelful: the Bastille. The crowd crossed the River Seine and made their way to the Bastille. The Bastille had 8 towers linked by walls 5 feet thick. Many believed it to be a place of torture, where prisoners sent by the king disappeared without trace. In fact, on July the 14th, only 7 prisoners were lodged in the Bastille. 4 were forgers, and another was Julius Caesar, or so he thought. By 1 o'clock, Thousands of Parisians surrounded the Bastille. Inside, the 114 soldiers stood nervously by their guns. The crowd surged forward as far as the first gatehouse. By now, the governor was the last custodian of royal authority in the city. Yet he was paralyzed by his indecision. Should he open the gates or open fire? Outside the Bastille walls, the crowd was growing restless. The meeting was going on too long. Fearing that the delegation had been captured, the crowd renewed their attack. Events now span out of control. Two citizens managed to cut the chains to the outer drawbridge. Thinking the governor had given in, the crowd surged forward. They were tragically mistaken. Some soldiers opened fire. Humbert the watchmaker recalled, "It was horrible. One poor man was killed outright and another injured, but no one seemed to notice. No one knew who fired first, but we all quickly ran for cover." Some never made it to safety. Within moments, the courtyard in front of the royal prison was strewn with the blood of commoners. From that instant, everything changed. The crowd had come for gunpowder. Now they were out for blood. Against the stout walls and cannons of the Bastille, muskets were useless. Then, about 3:30 in the afternoon, 300 armed citizens arrived to help storm the Bastille, along with 62 deserters from the king's army, towing a weapon to even the odds. The arrival of the French troops was a turning point. The rabble became an army, and the melee became a siege. In the inner courtyard of the Bastille, the deserters leveled the guns at the second drawbridge, the last remaining barrier to victory. Delaunay had no training as a military commander, and was hopelessly ill-equipped to deal with the angry crowd. The crowd had suffered heavy casualties, but the arrival of the cannon now gave them the opportunity to strike back. The soldiers in the Bastille had little faith in their governor. One later wrote, "A man without much courage. He would listen and agree to our advice, and then he would do just the opposite, before changing his mind again." The words of his ultimatum rang out like bullets. Angry at the death of their comrades, the crowd was enraged by the governor's attempts to blackmail them into surrender. No terms. Down with the drawbridge. No terms. In the first great decision of his life, Delaunay was having second thoughts. If he surrendered, he would live ever after with the shame of defeat. If he carried out his threat, he would die with the blood of thousands on his conscience. The governor lost his nerve. The threat turned out to be a bluff. He surrendered. The siege of the Bastille was over.
Allons enfants de la patrie, le jour de gloire est arrivé. Contre nous de la tyrannie marchons, marchons, qu'un sang impur abreuve nos sillons. Aux armes, citoyens, formez vos bataillons. Marchons, marchons, qu'un sang impur abreuve nos sillons. Amour sacré de la patrie, conduit, soutient nos braves vengeurs.